Hello again, I'm back with another one of my custom lightsabers to show you. This time this one is a dueling lightsaber. This started life out as a SaberForge Initiate lightsaber, a Acolyte, and I've customized it cosmetically. It still retains all the functions, sound effects, and it is a dueling saber. So I'm going to put down the camera and I'm going to give you a little bit of a close-up and show you what I've done to the saber. So just back this off, put this down. Now the saber is pretty long, so I'm not too sure whether I'm going to fit it all in shot at once. I think that just about gets in there. Yeah, there we go. Now, as I said, this was a SaberForge Acolyte saber that I got off of their Etsy page. You should definitely check it out. I have some fantastic designs on there. Had this shipped all the way from the US. And then I customized it, just the exterior only. It has a 12 watt LED and it has a SaberCore Viridian in it, light side font, which I will boot up and show you soon enough. Now I customized the outside again, just using parts I had around to hand in my, I'm going to call it a collection of junk, I guess. It doesn't sound too professional, but that's what it is. I'm afraid. Right. What I did is the Acolyte itself is about as long as you see it here. It's about this long. I actually used some plumbing parts here. And some just different bits and bobs for different greeblies. It has a, if you want to call this the cover tech knob or the belt clip, whatever you want to call it, this works. You can hang it on your belt. Just a little dial there. I had some rubber seals which I put around this part in the middle here by the neck. The Acolyte is quite thin at the neck here. Not really thin, it's just thinner than the body itself. And I just put some rubber seals around it. This part here and the part here and the body and the grip, this used to be an aluminium torch which I then cut into segments and slid over the body. It was a really tight fit. I actually had to cut a section out of this aluminium, not so much this part but this part, just to squeeze it apart wide enough just to slip over, and then so it fits snugly on it, and then it's held in place. I designed the grip myself, of course. Well, I designed the whole thing is by me anyway. Sort of interlacing kind of. These are just cable ties, really. There's no really beating about the bush about it, really. Just all glued into place, and they make quite a nice. It feels good and solid in your hand. It's not going to fly out anywhere, and sort of taking an idea from Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber, or at least the prop from A New Hope. This is, as you probably may have already guessed it, this is the just a tap knob. In the original prop in Star Wars A New Hope, Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber, on the end, the pommel, is a tap knob. I just had one lying around and I thought, well, why not? They make quite a nice kind of... when I was building this, I thought I wanted it to kind of feel like a longsword in your hand, like quite a very long hilt with like kind of bulbous pommel on the end, a two-handed kind of weapon, just because of the length of it. Well, I'll boot it up first without the blade in it. You've got your kill key. Here, and pull this out.
SaberCore Viridian.
That's your boot up sound. I put a little kind of rubber gem over the activation switch here. If I just get it to focus, the switch itself has got a little blue LED in it. The LEDs always match the colour of the blade, and I just put that on that there, and it illuminates pretty well. Untap this too. It's pretty loud, so I don't know how well you'll hear me over it. When I ordered the Acolyte, I went for cyan. It's a mixture of blue and green LEDs. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it through the image because it's very bright. It has different swings and it has clash sounds as well. And it also has blaster fire when you tap the button. And of course power down. Now, like I said earlier, it can be used as a dueling lightsaber. I haven't changed anything other than what it looks like on the exterior. Now, I had to be a bit clever when it comes to the blade retention screw. Now, with dueling lightsabers, you attach the blade, you slide the blade in the end, and then you fasten it using a key. I had to be a bit clever when it came to the rubber seals. Now, I cut a little groove out of it. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it or not. It's quite small. But I can actually just slide the key in just below this CoverTech knob. And that's what I can use. Now I've gripped it. And it should just loosen it enough. So let me put the blade in. I have the blade here. These are the polycarbonate dueling blades. Just tighten it only slightly. It's not like I'm going to be dueling with it right now. And there we go. Completely changes the exposure of the camera. There we go. Just adjust it back. It's been completely washed out now. Adjust the exposure again, but it has your clashes. Oops. And this blade can take a serious beating. It's for full contact dueling. Although I haven't actually found anyone to duel with yet. Although I don't think I'd be brave enough to be accidentally hit with one of these, because these are very, very tough. I just power it down. Turn that off. And I'll put the kill key back in it for now. This is just how you turn it off, like off, if you will. Save the battery. And in case you're wondering, under the kill key and the port underneath, that's the charging port as well. They come with what sort of look like 90s mobile phone chargers, if you will. It just pops in there and it charges, and there's a little LED on the charger and it turns green when it's fully charged. So yeah, I went for sort of like I said, a longer hilt, and usually I hold it with two hands. I would hold it here and more over here by the neck. I wanted to go for the sort of broadsword kind of style of combat with long heavy swings. And yes, that's another one of my collection. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like or a comment, and thank you.